Okay, boys and girls. Now our story is called the U.S. Constitution, so it has some very specific vocabulary that goes along with that story. So I want to review that vocabulary for you, and so let's talk about it together. Now our first word is the word convention. Let's say that word, convention.
Convention.
So a convention is a meeting of people who share the same purpose or ideas. And do you remember that that word convention was in our story? Do you remember that? So a convention is a meeting of people who share the same ideas and same purpose. And here's our example sentence. At the convention, people talked about ways to improve the government. Can anybody use convention in a sentence for me? Teddy?
My dad took me to the shoe convention to get new shoes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you could see different, maybe new models of shoes at the convention. And sometimes you can buy things at a convention, not always though. Jensen?
My brother went to the science convention to find out new ideas for a science project.
Very nice. Good idea. Good sentence. Now here's our second word, delegates. Everybody say delegates.
Delegates.
People who have been chosen to make decisions for a larger group are called delegates. So delegates. So it would be a person who represents a larger group of people. So you would have one person or a few people who are designated to represent another group of people. The delegates represent people from all 50 states. Delegates. Yes, Logan.
I am part of a group of delegates.
I'm a part of a group of delegates, yes. Anybody else have a sentence for delegates? Teddy?
My mom used to be part of a delegates team.
Oh, a delegates team. Anybody else? Juliana?
My dad is...
You could be I am a delegate from the state of Indiana to the convention in Washington, D.C. How about that? That would be a delegate. Now we have the word domestic. Everybody say domestic.
Domestic.
When something is domestic, it is part of or about the country in which you live. So it has to do about the country we live in. So this would have to do with the United States of America. We are interested in domestic news, but we also care about events in the rest of the world. So this would mean that we're interested in news that has to do with the United States. Domestic. Can anybody think of any sentences that have domestic in them? Somebody other than Teddy who's giving us all the sentences. Ivy.
I'm domestic about new things.
That doesn't quite make sense. Libby.
Oh,
I hope you think on your sentence. Jensen.
in China, one of its domestic holidays is Chinese New Year.
Okay. Yes, that is one of their domestic holidays. We celebrate it here too, don't we? In Chinatown they celebrate it. Libby, do you have a sentence now? Oh, y'all have to come back to. Ivy, do you have a sentence now?
I'm interested in domestic books.
Oh, in domestic books, okay. Yes, Teddy.
The 4th of July and Thanksgiving are both domestic days of the United States of America.
Yes, very good. Yes. You could take domestic flights. Domestic flights would be United States flights. Okay? Welfare. Everybody say welfare.
Welfare.
If someone looks out for your welfare, that person makes sure you are healthy and happy. Here's our sentence. Dad wants me to eat vegetables because he is concerned about my welfare. What is a good sentence with welfare? Thomas.
My mom makes sure I'm healthy-ish.
welfare-ish, so I don't know, I don't think that's that quite works. But good try. Olive, what's your sentence?
I look out for my family and friends' welfare.
I look out for my family and friends' welfare. That is a very nice sentence. Livia, do you have a welfare sentence for us?
My friend's dad is a doctor, so he keeps their family welfare.
He keeps their family welfare. You're close, but I think that doesn't quite work in the way you have it. Yes. Elisa.
Every meal my mom makes sure that we have vegetables for our welfare.
For our welfare. Very good. Now let's look at our next word. I'm going to scroll up here. Posterity. Posterity. If you think ahead to all the people, oh, everybody say posterity, I forgot.
Posterity.
If you think ahead to all the people who will be alive in the future, you are thinking about posterity. So you're thinking about the people who will be alive. It's important, here's our example sentence, it's important to take care of Earth for the sake of posterity. So you're thinking ahead. You're thinking about the people who are going to be alive in the future. Posterity. Avery.
My birthday is posterity. Is in.
I don't think that quite works. Yes, Kelsey.
My dad thinks about posterity.
Your dad thinks about posterity. Okay, yes. Jensen.
Do you think about posterity ever?
You should think about what?
Do you ever think about posterity?
Do you think about posterity? Teddy.
I hope my friends and me, I think about posterity.
Okay, so posterity, that is a very difficult word. So here's what we're going to do. I have got a vocabulary match. And so what you're going to need to do is you're going to read the definitions and you're going to have to match a word with the definition. So I hope you were a very good listener to try to remember what words went with what definition.